Dylan Stewart is coming off of one of the best freshman campaigns that we've seen in South Carolina history, maybe even since Jadeveon Clowney. But what is to expect of him in 2025? Well, today we're going to be starting a brand new series called Tape Talk, and we're going to break down at least one player on South Carolina's roster and see what type of impact that they will make in 2025. Welcome on inside the Voice of College Football here with South Carolina. I'm your host, Lucas Hill. Excited to start this brand new series. I have been a big fanatic of the X's and O's and the technicians, especially on the sport of football and just all things in general. I'm a former college football defensive lineman, so I'm excited to break this all down with you. Make sure you do us a favor. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to South Carolina, the Voice of College Football. We are consistently growing, guys. We are really excited for the future and what is more to come for all things Gamecock football. Make sure you follow us on the Instagrams, the X's, and the YouTubes, the Facebooks, all the social medias. Follow me on X at Lucas_Hill23. Follow the Voice of College Football at THEVOCFB for more to come here from the Voice of College Football. And I want to thank our good friends over at Amazon. And for more, let's hear from Mark Rogers.
You can make a difference here at the Voice of College Football. Use the Amazon link. Financially contribute to the Voice of College Football without spending a penny. Same shopping experience. It's easy. Go to any video on any channel. Go to the description section and grab the link right next to the capital letters that say Amazon. Use that link, and Amazon will instantaneously convert to your account, settings, history, everything intact, just like whatever link you use right now. No difference. Pay no attention to the product that you see right there. Just go search what you want. Don't forget the Amazon link. Thank you for your support. Sincerely, the Voice of College Football.
All right, let's go ahead and let's bring up this film. And I know that this is a little bit of a highlight reel, but I do want to kind of break all this down right now. So obviously it says right here, 6'6", 248 pounds, a freak of nature off the edge. I'm making sure I have my music also that we don't get really too bad of a copyright strike, even though we probably will, but it doesn't matter. So let's go ahead and continue. So here it comes. Number 6 coming off the edge. We're in regular D. We're in a 4. Oh, shoot. Yeah. 4-2. And then 5 defensive backs in the backfield. Let's take a look at what he's got off the edge. Snap to a sack. Okay, we're going to hesitate on the first one. Okay, I like this. So this is this is an interesting play call because this is based off the defense that we're going to be in. So my defensive tackle, this is what we used to call this a Texas stunt. And we'd have my defensive tackle attack in between the B gap between the guard and the tackle. He engages with the double team. And then our defensive end is going to come flying right in between the A gap, right between the center and guard. Does a good job. He's a little high, I will say. But because of where the center is at and because of where his body weight is, see, this center is leaned forward. So all Dylan has to do is rip right over. He engages a little bit with this guard, but he's able to dip right across, maintain depth, and get a hold of Jackson Dart and get a sack. This is a great play design that South Carolina and Clayton White love to use. I love the Texas stunt because it allows for a free edge rusher to come out in the middle of the field. And even if your quarterback is going to roll out, you still have that backer in the middle of the field that can make a play for you. So here we go. What we got? 3rd down. Where's Dill? I think he's coming off of this edge, unless that's the Bednarik Award winner. No, it's not. So this kind of reminds me. So this is just a simple bull rush. But because Stewart is just so strong, he's able to. This is a excellent technique on what to do as a defensive end to put pressure. First of all, you get a great first step. He's somewhat high, but I like his hand placement. High on this collar, and the other hand is engaged with his outside shoulder. He's working what we call half a man. So we want to be right around here. If we're dead in the middle, then we're too high and we're going to get our stuff pushed in because our chest is exposed, and it gives that offensive lineman an opportunity to recover more. So he does a great job of working half a man. I like where his feet are planted too, facing up the field towards the quarterback. That's where we want to be. And he's going to want to sit down. No problem, dude. We're going to be right into the quarterback's lap. And I will say I like Kyle Kennard's rush as well, because it's kind of the same thing. Both come out with a bull rush. Both put pressure. I know it's Old Dominion, but guys, your technique matters. It matters. Without question. So here we go. He's at the top of the screen. Gets a good jump. Dip, rip, up the field. Okay. As soon as this ball is snapped, our offensive lineman isn't really even out of his stance yet, and he's already moving. We're already a yard up the field. I'm going to dip up. So this is how you perform a dip and rip. I'm going to go ahead and do it real fast. I'm going to put myself in full screen so that you can see. Okay. So the way that you do a dip is that you're going to basically chop down, and you're going to get as low as you possibly can, almost to where your hand is touching the turf. And it's almost like you're running the hoop. Bring this other hand across, bring that shoulder back up, and then rip up. The reason why there's so many coaches that run the hoop in college football is to prepare for when plays like this occur. This is a beautiful example of what to do. Beautiful example of running the hoop, as we like to call it. Excellent, excellent job of running the hoop. Guys, he is so quick off the football. That's one of the rare traits that you see. And this is an even better angle. I like this angle from where he's at. Boom. Kind of does go out to the right a little bit to create a little bit of separation. Boom. Dips that shoulder underneath. Now, I would like to see him a little bit rip up underneath more, but I do like this technique, and forces the fumble, even though they recover it. So here's another one. Engaged, recognizes draw, fights off, punch out, gets the sack. Now that one, he was a bit high. I would have liked to see him Look, one of the things that I've been kind of picky at with Dylan Stewart is that he's somewhat high. Pad level needs to be below where the helmet is at. You don't want your helmet to pop up and be higher than the offensive lineman. It's bad news for you if that's the case. Squeezing down. We're going to rip up underneath and we're going to read quarterback depth. Okay. I'm glad that we have something from. I'm glad that we have run stop. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of slow this down a bit so that I can show you guys just exactly how this kind of works as a defensive lineman. So when an offensive lineman goes away from you right here, he's giving you what you call so we had reach blocks, which was, yes, they're reaching to the left. So let's say, no. They're reaching to the right. That's my bad. Because he's a right side defensive end, they're going to reach to the, no, he's a left side defensive end. They're going to reach to the right. Excuse me. There we go. So we reach and we'll have, this is what they're going to run GT count option. So they're going to fake the jet. It's almost it's almost a jet option. You're going to have your pulling guard and your pulling tackle come across. He sits down. He recognizes the pulling guard. He rips out from underneath, or he actually swims over and gets the tackle. But again, I'm going to demonstrate what I was taught. Now, obviously, he's learned from something else. So bear with me. Let me get my mic. So when you're a defensive lineman, when you squeeze down, I'm looking inside. All right, I got a pulling guard. With this outside shoulder, I'm going to get up underneath, get lower than the lower man, and disrupt that blocking protection. Get up underneath as much as I possibly can and try to cause havoc in the backfield. That'll allow for my backers to get up the field, and it gives us more time to make a couple plays. Okay. Now we're going to get back into pass rush. Good get off. Engages. See, this is what I'm talking about. Helmet level and his pad level. High. He can fix that going into this season. But what I do like is the extension. He's able to get this hand free. He is a little bit inside. He's basically at pad level with him. He reaches. This is a great push-pull. And he's able to disrupt the play. That is what I really like. That is exactly what I really like. Now, I want to get into a little bit of Alabama film because, I actually want to kind of get into a little bit of the LSU film. Him going up against an elite offensive tackle in Emory Jones. I mean, that's just him recognizing ball. He gets the fumble recovery. So, let's go from when he plays against Alabama. This is what I'm talking about. Is plays like that makes him so disruptive. That's what I want him to do against a pulling guard, is get physical. Get very physical with these guards and make them pay. Make them remember you. This is another good play. You got almost a triple team. You've got a tight end out. You've got another tackle. And you've got a running back to your side. So he's going to be in a wide 9. So you here's where your shades are. 1, 2 tech, 3 tech is out of the guards, or 1 tech is shading the shoulder of the center. 2 tech is shading the inside shoulder of the guard. 3 tech is shading the outside shoulder of the guard. 4 tech is the outside shoulder of the tackle. Outside 5 is considered outside the tackle. 4 eye, I know there's one where it's not when you're head up on the tight end. 4 eyes when you're shading the eye of the tackle's eyeball. You're in a 7, then you're going to be head up on this tight end. This is a wide 9, so he's going to be outside the tight end. I thought there was a little hesitation of a step, but he gets out. He's not fast enough to block him. We're going to rip up underneath. We're going to engage with that tackle, swim across, follow backside, and make the big play. All right, so that's enough of the film. Here's my overall thoughts of what we're going to expect from Dylan Stewart in 2025. Guys, he's a disruptor. Overall, I think he has the body to be a first-round defensive lineman. Guys, I think he's the best defensive lineman that you've had come into your program coming out of high school on the defensive line since Jadeveon Clowney. Guys, this kid came in with so much hype, and this kid can take over a football game. You saw it against Kentucky. You saw it against Old Dominion. My question is, can he do it on a consistent basis? Because you had teams that were doubling him up on a consistent basis. Guys like him, guys like Nick, look, it's going to be quite an interesting transition for Dylan Stewart going into his sophomore year. He's got another year or two to develop fully as a defensive lineman. He's going to get the best possible scenario for him because he's got the best defensive line coach and the best defensive coach in all of college football, in Tavares Robinson as well as Clayton White. Those two are going to help him immensely improve his game. I want to see him improve technically in his pass rush. I want to see him bring more to the table. I don't want to just see ghost rushes or swiping the hand. I want to see him using his hands more. That's what I want to see. I want to see him engage with an offensive lineman. I want to see him be able to, if one unmove goes away, I want to see him go to another one. But overall, guys, there's no doubt in my mind that Dylan Stewart is going to make a big impact for South Carolina on the defensive side of the ball next year. And he is going to help you immensely in regards to being able to be a fundamentally sound edge rusher and being more than that. I want to see him drop back into coverage, potentially seeing what he does with running backs coming out of the backfield, doing a little bit of the little things that are possible for him to help improve his game. Guys, that's going to be it for this episode of Tape Talk. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We got a great series coming up for you. Make sure you hit the like and share button, hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell notification so that you are notified every time we post a new video or go live. We have live shows every Wednesdays, but we got maybe some more coming up. Also, stay notified for every time we end up going live for recent updates, anything with new news regarding all things South Carolina football. Until then, next time, stay blessed. Don't stress.